today's video, we are going to start, yes, Phase 2. Phase 2 of the MCU. And boy, I'm not looking forward to seeing the comment sections on these videos. Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. Are going to be talking about none other than Iron Man 3, and yep, we are going to start Phase 2. Let's face it, this isn't, for the most people, this isn't their favorite phase when it comes to the MCU. They have a lot of what I call experimental movies, which is good. You know, after the success of the first Phase 1 with the Avengers movie, especially the success of the Avengers movie, they have a pretty good formula going on, but it's not perfected at this point. They have to test it. They have to see where this is going to go to perfect it. While I don't necessarily hate any of these films, I actually find them very entertaining. I will say that when it comes to the story of them, they could have used about a second look over, at least, you know, before they started filming them, you know. Some of these stories, it's not the best. They could have been improved, which I am going to be doing videos on how I would fix certain movies. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the first one, Iron Man 3. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so Iron Man 3, this is my least favorite Iron Man movie. Now, I watched it again to make this video, and let me tell ya, I actually don't hate it. The movie has three main plots, and they don't mesh together very well. I really do think that if you took these three main plots and you got rid of one of them, it would have been a much better film. I think it could have worked much better. Now, what are these three main plots? First off, you got Tony Stark's PTSD from the Battle of New York, which I love that stuff. I love what they did with Tony Stark and his PTSD, you know? And then you got the second part, which is the Mandarin, which, yeah, we're gonna discuss the Mandarin in this video. And then you got AIM. And then you got the third part, which is AIM. And honestly, these three storylines, because they're just rushed into one movie, they feel very rushed, they feel very out of it, and I don't even remember the guy who, the main villain of this, the guy in charge of AIM, the guy who made AIM. I don't even remember his name. I don't want to remember his name. I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. I don't like him as a villain. I don't like what he did. Apparently he's the Mandarin? No, that was such a bad reveal at the end of the movie when it turned out that the Mandarin we thought we were getting ended up being a fake. No one likes that twist. That's why I mean when they should have taken a second look at this story and maybe, I don't know, find a way to write AIM out of it, because I just don't like that aspect of the story. I actually love that aspect of the story, his PTSD, dealing with what's going on in the events of New York. That to me was fantastic. That's actually probably my favorite parts of the movie, is just Tony Stark dealing with all of that. And because of that, he has to build suits. He wants to protect the one thing that's most important to him. He wants to protect the world, obviously, but more importantly, he wants to protect Pepper. And he can't sleep. We even see a great scene in the movie where literally he can't sleep. He has nightmares. And I love the jump scare with the Iron Man suit in that scene as well. That was just fantastic. Oh, and that reminds me, yeah, you know, because he can't sleep and everything, you think he will build 1, maybe 2 suits, you know, improve the suits that he already has? No, he builds 42. He literally goes from like suit 5 to suit 42 in the span between Battle of New York and Iron Man 3. I love it. So scared of Thanos coming back. And he doesn't even know about Thanos at this point. He just knows that there's something out there, something that he can't protect Pepper from. And it's driving him crazy. You even get to see a great scene with that where he is actually trying to sleep alongside Pepper, but he's having a nightmare. And, you know, Pepper tries to wake him up, but Tony was actually using some tech, like biotech, to basically get the suits to work without him in it. And the suit comes in to save the day, scares the heck out of Pepper, and when I first saw it, scared the heck out of me. It's still kind of a jump scare when that suit wakes up and you know, almost attacks Pepper. That was crazy. That was insane. Best scene of the movie is right there. Oh my god, I love the Mandarin stuff. You know, the Mandarin, we got the 10 rings symbol in the first Iron Man movie. And when I first saw this, I thought, you know what would be really cool is, and of course we'll talk about this more in my next video, but you know, Tony Stark dealing with his greatest enemy, and he made some really big enemies back in Iron Man 1. So we're going back to that. We're dealing with that. I love the idea. Let's see it. We don't get that in this movie. Well, apparently Tony Stark, back in the good old days when he was, you know, a bit more wild, let's say that, he met a guy, and that guy ended up becoming AIM. He was supposed to meet him at New Year's Eve on top of the roof, and he never did. So what did that guy do? He went on and he built AIM. At the same time, there was another girl that Tony was, of course, with, and she has this really weird technology that could, like, her thing is to heal people, but like what happens is, like, when they heal, it like really burns, and eventually they get fire powers from it. Okay, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? Why do we have, you know, this firepower technology thing going on at all? Yeah, we got the Mandarin. Of course, it's the fake Mandarin, but because there are all these really weird attacks going on against the United States of all things, we got the Mandarin claiming to do all of them. So what we got because of that? We got pretty much Tony Stark being fed up, you know, with how the world is going, and eventually turning around and threatening the terrorist, the Mandarin, and telling him where he lives. That was his worst mistake. And then the Mandarin comes by and blows up his house. Blows up his house. I love it. I love it. I love all that. And I love the fact that Tony uses the suit to protect Potts, and the fact that Pepper actually then protects him right after. Oh, I love it. I love those moments in the movie. I love the Mandarin stuff. It turns out to be pretty darn cool. And then Tony flies off in the suit and ends up somewhere in nowhere in the middle of snow. Yep. That's when the suit kind of shuts down and he has to find a way to charge the suit. So he takes the suit, finds a barn and hangs out in it to hopefully power it up. That's when he meets this little kid, and now his job is basically to figure out how to get back the Mandarin. Especially now that everyone thinks he's dead, he can sneak around and hopefully catch the Mandarin before he strikes again. So I like that. I like what they did with Tony Stark. I even like the little kid that, you know, helps him out. Then, of course, we got to get back to this really weird plot that's going on with the AIM guys. So, remember, there's these weird guys with powers to heal themselves that breathe fire and can literally explode. They can pretty much go almost nuclear and explode like a bomb. Yeah, what the heck is going on there? I have no idea. The AIM guy decides to take over, yep, that's right, none other than the President of the United States. This is a plot that I feel like should have been more focused on. Like, again, we're focusing too much on this like second plot with these people that have fire powers. Like, forget all that. Focus on the Mandarin stealing literally the President of the United States, taking hostage of the President of the United States. You know, let Rhodey and none other than Iron Man maybe try to phone in Captain America, but you know, Captain America's busy, so he can't. Something. Man, and then we got Tony Stark saving Pepper from the Mandarin, saving, of course, the President from the Mandarin. And I'm skipping a lot of what's going on in this movie just because I really don't want to. I really don't like the rest of this movie. He loses Pepper. She falls into a vat of fire. And then Tony uses all the suits that he can to hopefully fight off AIM. When finally it looks like Tony's going to die, Pepper comes back with fire powers and defeats him. Fire powers that she never uses again, by the way. I don't like the fact that they gave her fire powers. I don't like the fact that they turned her into one of them at all. I don't. So to finish this video, all I'm going to say is while there are plenty, and I mean plenty of really cool aspects to this film, yeah, there's just wrapped up into one big plot that I ended up not liking. You know, I ended up liking Rhodey in this film. I ended up liking, you know, the president being kidnapped. That's a really cool idea. That's a plot line that should have been focused on more, I feel like. You know, Tony Stark's PTSD is awesome in this movie because, you know, them focusing on the story of Tony Stark is important. And I mean, after literally dying, anybody would have PTSD from literally dying from a war, seeing all the alien tech that was in the first Avengers. That was crazy. I like the fact that they really fed into that idea. But you know, them removing Tony's heart, I mean, wasn't the whole point of the Iron Man story is that he needed that battery to keep him alive, and the fact that he could have any time, being the richest man ever, literally just pay for surgery to fix that. That seems a little annoying. Of course, they probably wouldn't have had the technology until Iron Man 3 to actually do the surgery. I can understand that, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, it was kind of unnecessary to literally have him remove the heart reactor, but I do like the idea of the Iron Man suits being able to work without him being actually inside of it. I think that's a cool idea. But I don't know, there's just certain aspects to the film that I like, but certain films that I don't. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts about none other than Iron Man 3, because I think it could use a lot of work. In my next video, we're going to be discussing how I would personally fix Iron Man 3. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.